Six, send that killer cop to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as I said indict.
I said I'm tired of being peaceful and tired of being calm. You know, they've been going to war on us for over 400 years. So, hey, I ain't peaceful. I ain't no protester. I'm violent.
What you are witnessing is a conflict perpetuated by miscommunication.
I said you can't stop the revolution! You can't stop the revolution!
There are two cultures who, after decades of subsurface tension, are finally colliding.
Hands up! Hands up!
This is wrong. This is wrong.
Disperse immediately and stop throwing objects at law enforcement.
Unfortunately, the situation begins to escalate as each side tries to forcefully subdue the other.
Throw this shit back!
The situation reaches a breaking point, and both sides lose control.
Burn that motherfucker down!
Straight mayhem out here.
This is no longer protest. All protesters and media, please evacuate the area. We are trying to get to the next fire.
This is just the beginning. This is going to go on just like it did before for days and days and days. And they're going to need the National Guard because it's not finna stop.
So the question becomes, how can we fix this? The solution to escalation is quite simple. It's de-escalation. Police training is well overdue for a revision. It needs to focus on de-escalation and communication rather than intimidation.
I feel like pain though.
Oh, I do, but ain't nobody telling us nothing. Ain't nobody telling us nothing.
This is a video of Officer Clayton Powell, a member of the Seattle Police Department.
That's a really I'm not in your face right here. Get in my face, Get in the shooter. What I'm seeing don't say. Okay, stop. All right, somebody play. Come on, do it to me. Come do it to me. I'll talk shit right with you. Come do it to me. Come do it to me.
Notice how his intimidation techniques are failing to find answers, and how he is only agitating already emotionally vulnerable people.
I'll talk no dick. I'll talk no dick.
Hey Jordan. Yes. I'm gonna show you this real quick. It's the camera.
The following interviews were conducted with protesters regarding de-escalation tactics and the police.
So I have a project that I'm doing first class. Okay. All right. So it's about racism in the police. All right. What's one thing you'd like to see change as far as policing?
I'd like to see some changes towards the style. They basically, police need more training in communities of color, because there's a lot of like the history is there. There's a lot of animosity, violence, and all that between black people and the cops. I mean, it's there. So we need better policing. We just need changes towards of the cops conduct themselves.
Can you, on the opposite side, can you think of a time that you saw in which a police officer defused a tense situation?
So you did have attempts where, for example, I know Ron Johnson has been, Lieutenant Ron Johnson, who was pretty much appointed to be a mediator between the police and the community out in Ferguson. Several times I've been with groups where he's come and tried to just listen to the community, and that in and of itself is also a de-escalation tactic, right? Because the majority of the time the police are just stoic and they're looking at you, and it's kind of like it's just this blue wall, and these people, just anger is just red, orange, whatever anger. Ron Johnson and many like him would come and try to talk with the protesters to just answer questions that we had, right? So, you know, why all of a sudden for a curfew? Where are our First Amendment rights? Like, what are the limits from which we can express and say that they're First Amendment rights, and when are we going beyond those limits, if you will? You have individuals within the police force do that, but I can't say collectively as an organization there was an outline of, okay, how to de-escalate protests, because it had never happened before. They weren't ready for that. But you definitely had individuals in that moment respond to the needs of both sides in that way. But just keep de-escalation.
Jonathan here brings up a really good point. Not all cops are failing to communicate. Some are incredibly good at de-escalation. What is failing is the system itself. The proposed solution is to have a system that recognizes the value of de-escalation and introduces techniques to basic training methods. De-escalation techniques are not only useful to the police, but to all of us. They allow us to take intense situations and maintain communicative control. Perhaps more than just the extreme context of the police, we must learn the importance of de-escalation for ourselves.